Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game, Sly 2 Band of Thieves. And our search for the clockwork parts led us back to Paris, where the local crime lord Dimitri has the clockwork tail feathers. We did hack his computer systems, but we've got a lot more work to do before we're ready to take him on and steal the tail feathers back. Before we do that though, we need to get the next 5 clue bottles, one of which is right here. Whoa! Hello, balcony. Glad nobody else saw that, particularly that guard right there. Now, you do want to kind of watch out when you're breaking these clue balls because the guards can hear you, and they will look for you. And I thought he was out of range, and he wasn't. So that's a good example of why to be really careful about those things. If you're wondering what the clue bottles do, when you collect all 30 of them, a safe will unlock somewhere in the overworld, and you will get a new move. Just like the clue bottles in Sly 1, only since there's only 6 or 7 safes in the world, there's only 6 or 7 sets of clue bottles. Which, I really do like this approach to the clue bottles this time. I think that this found the right balance between something fun to go hunt and do, and something that eventually just kind of gets tedious. I feel like they did get really, really tedious in Sly 1, and a lot of the moves that you got, excuse me a second, had some really niche uses. That's not to say that in Sly 2 there are fewer moves. Oh no, there are plenty of moves. You will actually be buying moves for pretty much everybody. You will get moves for Murray and Bentley in addition to Sly. But it does mean that there is a new system for getting moves, and you won't have to worry about hunting bottles down so much as you will just getting money. Because a lot of the moves that you're going to be getting, you're actually going to be buying. And we've got our 10 bottles, so we're ready for the next phase of our plan.
Good to see you, little buddy. I guess the way through the wine cellar is guarded by those rats. Bentley thought you might like some help clearing them out.
Sounds like fun. You and me, back to back?
Totally. Outnumbered, fighting impossible odds. It's perfect.
All right, pal. Let's get to it.
Murray's come a long way since Sly 1. Remember, in Sly 1, he didn't really seem to have much confidence. He was really nervous about going in and going for treasure keys.
Let me lower those bars for you. There you go. To get over this thing, you'll have to double jump. Hit the X button to jump. Then, while in the air, press it again to get some extra air time. Looks like you're on your own from here.
I'm used to it. Thanks for the help.
Anytime, partner.
But here, he's super excited to be able to get into the field and help. And his missions are actually quite fun. Murray's a lot of fun to play because he's got such immense strength.
Get near the table and press the circle button.
He's got such immense strength that most of the guards that you have to sneak around, he can straight up take in a fight. And it is a lot of fun to beat them down. Sly is obviously
too tough to fight head on. Crawl under the tables to sneak around him.
Sly is obviously the sneaky one. Murray is the brawler. Bentley is the brains. That's how this game is going to go down. And now that we're up behind him, we should be able to pull off a thief slam. Let's see if I remember how to do it. I believe it's triangle square. It makes a lot of noise, so you don't want to do this when more than one guard is around, but it is a one-hit KO. It will take any guard out instantly. You get an upgrade later which will make it silent, which kind of breaks the game a little bit, but they actually managed to have it not be too bad. It's pretty expensive to get, and it still takes a lot of, I think it takes a lot of energy to use and requires good positioning. So they managed to make it not super broken. Alright, I think I need to get to that table there when this flashlight moves. Flashlight guards can only see in the range of their flashlight. But they are... Oop! First job failure. Well, they are extremely tough. Sly can take them on, but he's going to take a lot of damage doing it. It's best to just avoid them whenever possible. And I can't believe I got caught. That's somewhat embarrassing. Fortunately, it looks like the guards we killed do not stay dead. I started that sentence way too soon. Sometimes you'll come across flashlight guards that are sleeping, and when they're sleeping, their flashlight will dim and reduce the area that will allow them to detect you. So that's also something that you can watch out for. But this guy is actually kind of tricky. It is funny that they can only see the range of the flashlight. It's like they are the most blind guards in the world. And wait for this guy to do another sweep. Point that guard. What? Okay, I'm not doing this right then. Lasers do not instantly kill you, but they will set you on fire. That is something that is much better than the original game. It was kind of silly that you could trip a yellow laser and take a little bit of damage and then, you know, die to a red laser. Alright. So I'm not doing this right. Let's take a moment to figure out what it is I'm doing wrong. I don't think I can go through here or anything. This looks pretty well blocked off. I still feel like that table is the answer. Maybe I should just sneak up behind him and slam him when he's pointed the other way. That works. Screw that table. We don't need that table.
This air vent leads into Dimitri's nightclub. Hit the circle button to crawl inside.
I do like the fact that
Shut
all...
down those yellow lasers. You'll need to take out that guard. Sneak up behind him and press the triangle button to knock him into the air. Then the square button to slam and finish him off. Got that? The triangle button, then the square button.
Been doing it up to now, Bentley. I love the fact that the controls basically remain the same. And they do remain the same pretty much through the fourth game. They're very consistent with how to pull off Sly's moves. Loot pockets. I wonder what that's for. It seems to have something to do with this room, but that's not a guarantee, but I did get a bunch of loot.
That sneak attack slam move only works on guards who haven't seen you. Wait until this guy turns his back, and then let him have it.
Alright, this is going to be a little bit tricky because of this laser gate. I need to work on the timing and make sure that I can get through it while his back is turned. Or not. You know what? We're just gonna take the hit there so I can immediately kill this guy. I am the best thief. Hey, we can heal up. I don't care so much anymore. I do feel like I'm a little bit out of practice with this game, which is actually kind of surprising.
If you get in a fight with those rats, the sneak attack won't work. It's purely a stealth move.
Then let's take out one and reduce the odds. Are there more coming? I thought I only had 3 in this room, but suddenly there are 4. Oh well. Now there are 0. And that's the best way to be.
Aha! Another air vent. Judging by the angle, it should lead to the printing press room.
Alright, what do we got going on in here?
The heart of Dimitri's operation. Head for those windows and take some reconnaissance photos. Tap the R3 button, you know, click the right analog stick, to bring up your binocucom. It's already outfitted with a spy cam. Why? Use the right analog stick to zoom in and out on photo targets. Tap the R1 button to take a picture when you've got a good shot.
Alright, there we go. Now we have a list of what we need to take pictures of. First thing, we want to take a picture of these clockwork tail feathers. When the circle turns green, that's a good shot.
Ingenious. Dimitri's using the clockwork tail feathers as printing plates. Given their rare alloy, they'll never wear out. Unlimited forged money.
You'll usually have to do one of these missions once per chapter. And it's kind of cool that you get a little extra lore from it. Alright, that's the wrong button. There we go. There's the generator. And everything we talk about here will become relevant, which is also pretty cool. They actually did a good job of making intel gathering feel real.
That generator seems to be powering the security systems down here.
Attention, please do not blow up the generator. Okay, I'll remember that. You're welcome, management. Come on.
That's our target, Dimitri, professional lounge lizard and international forger. That should do it, Sly. Head back to the safe house and we'll cook up a plan of attack. The recon photos are a grim reminder of what the modern thief is up against. Spotlights, stepped-up patrols. The sum of it all renders a direct assault impossible. To solve this puzzle, I'm going to need some more intelligence. First, replace this bugged painting with one Dimitri has in his office. Once in place, we should be able to listen in on his communications. Second, if you see the boss, tail him. We might learn something from studying his movements. Once we've got a proper understanding of the operation, those clockwork tail feathers are as good as ours.
So now we're starting to reach a point in the game where we have a choice of missions that we want to complete. These are still mostly for Sly.
Your binocucom by pressing the R3 button. You know, the right analog stick that adjusts the camera. Click it to look through your binoculars. They'll be useful for finding the new job starts I've placed around town. Plus, they'll let you read the job titles.
There are going to be points in the game where you have just 1 or 2 jobs that you can complete in sequence, and then there's going to be points. Wow, can't talk. What else is new? There's going to be points where you have your choice of between 3 to 4 different jobs, and sometimes you'll have your choice of between 2 to 3 different characters you want to play. But we're going to go with the bugged Dimitri's office mission first, which means we need to get another 5 clue bottles, starting with this one. Now I want to show you something, and I don't want to be interrupted by that guard down there. Remember I said you would need a lot of money? Well, if you look for guards like this guy that have shiny pockets and sneak up on them, you can press the circle button to pickpocket them, and they'll usually have a big treasure which is worth a lot of money. There's usually 3 treasures per chapter, one's worth a little bit of money, one's worth a medium amount, and one's worth a large amount. Every guard can be pickpocketed, but only the ones with a shiny pocket have a treasure in them. And you want to prioritize pickpocketing those guards, because that's how you're going to get most of your money to buy ThiefNet upgrades. And ThiefNet is a computer system in the safe house that lets you turn your money into moves. I forgot, I actually hadn't shown off the ThiefNet system yet, but I will. Alright, this is bottle number 13. Making good progress getting these. This system of 2 chapters per video, per video, 2 jobs per video, and 10 bottles per video, I'm actually really liking a lot. Okay. Alright, let's see where we go next. Just getting my bearings. I get twisted around on these maps quite a bunch. They're so small, but they're fairly intricate, so it's easy to forget exactly where you are or where you've been, which is why I'm systematically attacking these bottles. Like, this is why I'm going to get this bottle here when this guy turns his back, and not the bottle next to it. I'll get the bottle next to it on another mission. But it's best to approach these systematically, otherwise you will start to get twisted with the ones that you have done and the ones that you haven't. And I believe the next one we want to get, the last one we want to get, is actually that one under the roof? Yes. That one under the archway is our last bottle for this episode. Now I've let everybody gather around, though. Come on. One change that they made is you can actually hear these bottles from further away in the PS3 version than you can in the original version. They made the bottles a lot louder. And you're gonna kind of hear me if I take this bottle, so I'm gonna take you out. But first I want your money. Moves will start very cheap to begin with. They'll become very expensive as you move on. I will try to get all of the moves in the game. Hello. I'm not sure how much further I am to quote-unquote 100% the game that I'm going to do, but I will try to get all of the bottles and all of the moves. There is another criteria to 100% the game, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna do it, because I've never really done it before. Alright. I'm gonna go to... I've never really done it before, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be very good at it. I'm gonna go back over here, and actually I think I did get the bottles out of order. I think I wanted that one over there. Oh well. Yeah, because there's the orange awning. That was my landmark. Whoops. Well, I will just have to substitute that bottle for the one that I got. Not the end of the world. This is where I wanted to be. Told you I get twisted around in here pretty easily.
I managed to outfit this forged painting with a bug. I need you to sneak into Dimitri's office and swap it with the original.
Nice. So we'll be able to listen in on his conversations.
Yes, I thought things might go more smoothly with an ear on the inside. Just be careful with the fine art. Take any damage and the painting's ruined.
Alright, so this introduces the mechanic that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to 100%, and that is hauling around large treasures. There are 3, sometimes 4 treasures in the game, and they require you to collect them and get them back to the safe house without taking damage. And sometimes they are booby-trapped, and you have to do that within a time limit, which means you set off every alarm along the way.
You'll abandon your current job.
I'm not abandoning my current job, I'm just making my way to the next checkpoint. But you will set off every alarm along the way because the time limit is very strict. It's very easy to lose the treasure to a stupid guard hit. And that's the criteria I'm not sure I'm going to be able to 100% because generally, I don't pay that much attention to these larger treasures. I just don't. They're worth a lot of money. But I don't have enough trouble with money where I make prioritizing them, or I make getting them a priority. I'll get that sense out there eventually. Now, yeah, I need to be over there. And how am I going to do that? I stuck myself in a real good place here. I might have a route here. Yeah, I think I do. Here we go. I do like that they have this sort of mission in here and that they are very rewarding for people who want to do them. And I will do a few. It's just doing them all that I'm kind of iffy about. I like Dimitri's theme so much. It's such a good theme.
The schematic indicates that door is locked from the inside.
That's all right. I never was one for the direct approach.
Well, because the indirect approach is way up there through that air vent.
And you are still on the rule where you can't take damage or you will lose this painting. And we have deadly janitors. Alright. Let's go up here. We're not going to be able to get too far. We're going to have to make our way along the ground, through the lasers. We'll use the tables to our advantage here. To the piano. To the wall. To the bar. There we go. That worked out quite nicely. What's our next move? I think we're going to shimmy and go across the ropes.
Dimitri, coming at you loud and clear. I've got to high-five give it up to my main men working the disco. Spice sales are up. Keep on moving that spice, aye? And to every home slice down in the special big money-making room. And nice and some jobs there, man, I tell you. Keep full steaming ahead with my new clockwork printing plates. All of us retire early. You picking up on what I'm throwing down? Peace out.
Yeah, Dimitri talks a little bit funny because he's not a native English speaker and he learned how to speak English from watching music videos. So his language is kind of weird. But we made it all the way in here.
Nice work,
Swap the
Sly.
paintings.
The bug's in position. If you manage to get the original painting back to me in one piece, I can sell it through my internet connection and make us a ton of coins.
And we will be doing that because I definitely want to make a ton of coin. One thing to note, here is the safe for this level, so once you get all 30 clue bottles, or if you have them by now, you can crack this safe and get a new move, but we don't have all 30 bottles yet, so we're going to have to come back. Alright. Now that I have this, if I lose it, we're just out the money. We won't fail a mission or anything like we would if I'd gotten hit with the bugged painting. And if you get hit and you lose a treasure, you will have an opportunity to get that treasure again the next time you load the map. But I would rather just get this back to the safe house in one piece and prove that I can do it.
Avoid getting spotted by the flashlight guards. If you get caught, you can run away by holding down the R1 button.
You know, it's just best not to get spotted. If you are spotted and you start running away, there's a really good chance that you're just going to start alerting every other guard in the area and making your life worse. And that's where playing Murray is actually a lot of fun, because Murray will just beat the hell out of everybody and make the problem go away. But Sly can't do that. And if you think you're safe on the rooftops, when guards are alerted to you, they will find the nearest trampoline surface and they will come up to the rooftops after you. So don't think that you are safe. And I believe most flashlight guards are ranged. They're going to be the ones that are able to shoot you. But we got this back to the safe house. No problem. We get a lot of money. Alright, I'll show you ThiefNet before we close out the episode. So we have 3 moves available. I believe you get about 3 new moves every chapter. We have 1 move for Bentley, Trigger Bomb, throwable bomb with remote detonation. We don't have enough coins for that yet. Fists of Flame for Murray. This is great. Murray's punches, when they are on fire, will immediately KO any enemy. And Smoke Bomb for Sly. Obscure the vision of your enemies for a hasty getaway. What can we sell? We can sell the silver comb, and we can sell the gold painting. So now we can get a move, and I'm going to get Smoke Bomb. Yes. So now that we have a move, how do I get out of here? There we go, triangle. So now that we have a move, our health bar has a little yellow meter below it. So this move, this button, we equip it to L1, and whenever we use it, we'll use a little bit of energy, but that smoke cloud will confuse any enemies and allow us to get away, which is going to be really useful. And that energy meter will recharge if we get a health pickup. So health pickups will fill up our health, and they'll also fill up our weapon energy. So, that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, I much appreciate it. Next time, we'll take on... Where is it? Ah, there it is. We will tail Dimitri. We will get 5 more clue bottles to start the episode, and then we'll tail Dimitri to figure out exactly what he's up to. So, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, I much appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed what you saw today, leave me that thumbs up because it helps the channel out, and it always makes me feel really good about those videos. If you're new to the channel and you want to watch more Sly, this is going to go up at 10 o'clock every weekday, so subscribe and you'll get notified when it does. And if you have any hints, tips, or tricks, but no spoilers please, leave me a comment down below. Once again, thanks for coming out and joining me today, and you guys have a great day. Later.